let's get that together here too. Create a helix. I'm gonna try to match it up with what I already have here, so I don't have like a dense helix or anything like that. This guy needs to be in this direction. J. Just snap it there. I think I need. Okay, so I don't really need a lot of loops. Something along those lines, actually. What's kind of weird too is this is actually going in the opposite direction that I have it. So what I need to do is scale this guy backwards, I think. Hang on, let me just get this thing sized up here first. I'm not going to worry about direction because I want to use these settings here first to make sure that I'm getting this right. Scale it in. There we go. That looks like a nice tight fit. This gives me a little bit of chaos and breakup with the silhouette too. So that's something I think I'm gonna need. I need this guy to be height. If you use scale, right? Once again, if I use scale to do this, it's going to warp the perspective of my model, and I don't want that. And actually, I kind of want this breakup there. So that's what I'm gonna do. Is I'm gonna scale this out. I'll probably mess this up a little bit. It seems a little bit too straight and all that. But I think I have it the way that I want it to be. I'm going to take away a few divisions, but you know what? I think that how round this shape is going to help this shape seem rounder too. So once again, like this is another cheat that I'm using here where I'm taking a higher shape around it and just kind of like, I'm just kind of faking how round this thing actually is by using these guys to make that suggestion for me. Pretty cool, right? Freezing my transformations, and now I'm gonna inverse this so it's going in the right direction, just -1. Now I should be able to rotate this guy around. It's a pretty cool effect, right? And I could we can snap them into the last one here. I'm gonna give this thing a little bit of slack. And this is gonna let me drop that rope right off the edge there and tie it to the end. Okay, so I'm still, yeah, I think that's good, just like that. Slide you over to the right here a little bit more. I think this is the way that I'm gonna work with it, just like this. We can soften the edges. That way it looks more like a, chord. Freeze my transforms, delete history. Let's connect this guy up with the material. What was I using? Blend 1 for this? There we go. Snap them in. Do I have end pieces for this? I don't need end pieces. No, thank you. Don't need this guy. I'm not gonna extrude down just yet because I want this guy to all be the same scale. So that's actually what I'm going to do. Is I'm just gonna leave it as it is. I thought, yeah, there's unitize. You know, I knew that was happening. You didn't deceive me. We have enough UV space for one UV seam, so I'm actually just going to do it that way. I'm going to put one UV seam on there, select everything else, move and sew. And now I get that nice long brick there. Let's scale you down. Squeeze you in your spot here first. That seems like a lot of geometry. Actually, what I'm going to do is we're going to delete some edge loops on the inside of this thing. That sounds fair. That sounds fair, because that's not right. The outside's good, but the inside, we could take that down a little bit. Okay. But while I have the UV selected here, let's get checkers on and see what we're working with here. Because once again, I need to just scale this guy out now until I get some even squares. I think that's about right, just like that. And that's how much I'm tiling this guy. Let's see what we look like. Doesn't seem right. Does not seem right just yet. Oh, okay. So I only used half the rope for these guys, obviously, because they're right next to each other. This guy is not that case. So actually, I do need to split this up into two pieces. Shame on me. But I think the UV seam that I determined at first is probably the wrong UV seam. I need to go along the sides here. Because I still want this guy to be the front. Like, I still want the front to be there. So I'm going to chop those off. And then I'm going to combine... Let me show you what I'm doing here. I'm going to combine this guy in. Just move and sew those. And now, that's what I'm getting. I got these guys snapped in the side here. Okay. That actually lets me come in here and delete some of these guys here too, because don't really need these. You know, this guy is not really that useful. I do like how it wraps around that way though. So nice flat face on the inside is still fine. And honestly, I can actually just delete all this. Don't need it. We're nice and tightly wound around this thing. It's not really necessary for me to have that there either. So now let me take a look at those UVs again. Where are we at? Where are we at, buddy? UVs. So yeah, I got like these offset shapes here on the side. Let's scale this all together. Let's see what we get. I realize that my other two are not coming along for the ride here. I just want to see what this guy looks like snapped in at the resolution of the rest of the rope there. Okay. And for these guys, what I need to do with them Okay, so here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this edge loop here, and I'm just going to slide it back on in. Whoops. Whoopsie. I need to convert my selection to UVs and not grab this other one. Man, these guys are long. Try to nail this thing. Okay. So I'm just going to pull this guy back on in. And I should be getting a seamless texture there. Actually, yeah, that's as far as I need it right there. That doesn't look too good. I wonder if I could just move and sew. Pull this away from the edge there. I'm probably just too close to the UV seam. Let's see what that looks like. Still kind of nasty. Not too awesome. So I am just going to scale these guys in just a little bit more. That way it's not so visible. Whatever. Whatever. This guy, let's do the same thing. Let's snap it on down. Grab the edge loop. Just want the edge loop, buddy. You're grabbing the whole exterior. Okay, it's not letting me do that, so I'm just gonna go end to end here. Whoa. Not sure what's going on there. I'm just gonna go end to end. Just grabbing the UVs. And sliding those UVs on up here to get that seamless tile. Just folding it right back on top of itself. And this guy, just like I did with the last one, I'm just gonna scale it inwards so it's not that visible. There we go. Okay. We get some vertices here. We'll do like a little soft select. Slide you over here. Let's take the soft select off and line it up. And actually here, let's get that soft select back. And I'm gonna try to bring this guy in like that. There we go. This is gonna kind of make this guy seem organic and kind of plug the hole on this a little bit. I thought I did that on this side. I guess I didn't. Shame on me again. Once I get this thing fixed up, we'll do that. We'll plug the hole on the side there. That's not good. I need to look at those UVs on the ends there too. What the heck is happening? Take a soft select is still on. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. It did not want to snap that stuff together, so I'm just gonna, hopefully I'm grabbing the right ones here. Nope, grab the wrong one on that one. Okay, that cleaned that up. This guy is gonna head over here And he's going to be kind of slung over on that. Oh, man. I need to extrude this guy over here. I don't need this on. Did I extrude? Yeah. And this is not going to look pretty. But it's kind of what we have to do for connections like this, so. We're just going to have to suck it up. I don't really want to rely on bridge to get a curve like this. Let me do another one. I'm just gonna get like one more division in here. And I'll snap that all together. Let's do this thing. I'll combine you together so we're working together as a team. This guy's gonna have to get collapsed. Collapse that together, and now I got even topology on both sides. Snap, snap, snap. Oh, I thought I had even topology. I guess I don't. Wait, what's that? What did I just grab? Snap, and I'll collapse this guy too. Just one more triangle there. Why not? There we go. I'll merge these guys together here. And we're gonna need some UV assistance here. Slide the gap on this too. I'm just gonna do a camera base on this guy. Simplify this the most you can. I don't know what's going on here though. What's this? What's going on here? I need to isolate this guy. I don't know what this stuff is. I guess I didn't have that selected, maybe? It's not really gonna matter. I'm not gonna really even see that, so I'm just gonna delete you. You meant nothing to me. Yeah, we're just gonna pinch that stuff in there, so I don't really need those. Unfold. And let me see if I can't just graph this into the side there. A little grafting. Where's my edge over here? Is that it? Good. Because that's exactly where I was gonna take you, buddy. We're lining it up the best that we can. Do a little move and sew. That was bad. How does this stuff line up, by the way? Oh, yeah. Dang it. Okay. Sorry. This is what I gotta do too. I gotta enlarge this thing because we folded the sides in. So this is actually the size that I should be doing, something like this. Let me straighten this guy out here. This is getting kind of weird on me. So the straighter I get this stuff, the better. All right. There we go. And now I see just a little bit more enlarging. That's almost there. We pretty much got it. Okay. And I'm just gonna slide it on down there. That should look pretty good. Let me get these edges here. Ugh, man. All right, let me deselect some of these guys. I think these flaps out here are causing a little bit of a ruckus. Man. All right, forget it. It's just gonna be a UV seam. I'm just gonna get as close as I can. And it's just gonna have to do. These are not details that are gonna be very visible, so, you know, I don't know. I shouldn't be freaking out about this, really. It looks kind of nasty because it's not softened. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I might need to elongate this. This guy especially. But yeah, that's just gonna, it's gonna look a little nasty, probably. I think I need I just want to grab this face or this geometry here. Why is this getting selected? Because I merged it all together, seriously? Okay, let me grab this to this. And I'm gonna do, how did I do the other one? Did I extrude that in? Because that's just gonna give me some nasty stuff, probably. I'm just going to unitize those shapes and do this all over again. Convert to UVs. Now I can unitize them. I think, yeah, they pretty much already were unitized. I don't know what I'm even talking about. Let me drag them down. I want to select this edge loop here and not let that be a seam. And everything else is going to get moved. There we go. That's better. Okay. Unfold? No. Silly. You're silly. All right. I'm just going to slide you to something. Let's get it to the right scale. We should be looking pretty close. I guess not. Just gonna eyeball this thing. This thing is making too much work for me. Sorry if I'm giving anybody a headache. I'm just trying to grab this stuff in here. Man, what the heck? Grab you and grab you. Thank you. I just wanted to push it inwards a little bit so we get a little shadow there. Scale it just a little bit more in. And then this edge loop here, I want this guy to come in a little bit more too. And just really not let me see a lot of that other inner rope there. Okay. It's kind of plugged up. It's doing what I want it to do. We're connected in to this shape. I'm actually going to grab these edges and slide it. Maybe it's these faces. This whole thing over here. I just want to plug this thing up and never have to see it again. Scale it a little bit. Push it in. There we go. I don't think anyone's gonna know. Deleted some history. I wanted to move some of this around though. So I'm gonna grab like a middle point and just like get a soft select here and try to put some chaos in this so we're not like seeing this thing perfectly lined up here. We'll like lower the soft select even some more and kind of give this an offset in the twist maybe. Just, you know, put some weird stuff in this. Let's kind of make this rope seem a little bit more organic. You know, this right here is already like nasty looking, so that's why let's, you know, just use that nastiness for advantage here. Kind of keep this thing going. This guy right here is a little bit too nice and neat. And then, you know, this needs to be nice and straight too. Just take the soft select off and drape this guy, and there we go. Now there's a little bit of chaos on this thing, just to add to it. And I'm going to begin a new edge loop here, or a new rope, kind of coming down. And we're gonna tie this bucket off like this. And I need to fill this whole end too. So let me bridge this gap here. I need 2 edges. I'm just gonna bridge it. And I'll put another edge loop in here too, just to round it out. Maybe 2 edge loops. There we go. Okay, now it's important to keep the scale of this thing here too, right? This is obviously where the tension holding this bucket's gonna be. So I want that to be lined up nice and even there. We're gonna put a little knot there, so no worries. I'm just gonna slide. I'm not gonna connect it organically though. I'm just gonna make a knot and stab that shape in there. Let's get these guys UV'd and lined up. There's my UV editor again. I do need these side shapes, so I'm gonna have to cut this guy in half to get the right proportions on my UVs. So that's something I gotta do. Let's unfold this and unfold this. Why did you do that? I need to flip this guy probably, that's why. Flip. Now let's try and unfold. Whatever, bro. Let's try smooth. Because we're in a freaking weird, wacky world here, where unfold can't make a regular little shape. Okay. I'm just gonna try to get these guys lined up a little bit closer together. I'm gonna try to kill 2 birds with 1 stone here as best as I can. Let's rotate these guys to be 90 degrees. Guessing they weren't UV'd at perfect 90-degree angles. Whatever. We need to go as wide as we can. That's gonna have to stay there. I mean, if I wasn't so lazy, I probably could snap those edges together. Let's try it. Let's see what we get. We might as well. This one. Where are these guys at? Okay, so it's right over there. I hope I'm facing the right way. No, this thing's not even facing the right way. That's why it probably seems all weird. Because this guy has got to rotate this way. There, that's looking a little bit better. Scale that flat. There we go. I didn't even have to snap it in. It was just facing the wrong way. Go figure, right? Okay. Awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's get a knot in there real quick. It has to be the same width. Okay, so that's something that I have to make sure that I make with this knot that I'm gonna make. And I'm gonna have to, you know, revert back to some Boy Scout stuff here. Give me like a really interesting looking shape. I'm gonna start off with the helix. You know what? Here. Delete some history here. I think I wanna try reusing. Try reusing some of this. Let me just grab a chunk. Like this guy right here. Just got chop. Let's chop a chunk out right here. Well, this can go away. This stuff can go away. The center pivot, and I just want to shrink it down like this. Man, that's not super awesome the way that it's working, but we'll see if this works. I'm gonna have to fix the UVs, I think, but the shape is still looking good. So although the UVs are getting messed up, my shape, I like my shape. Still getting like the same width on this guy. Now maybe I'll take these guys out a little bit more. Like this. I need to detach some stuff here though. Where am I gonna detach this thing? I'm just gonna grab like these edges and hit detach, and that'll give me like a little soft select where I can kind of grab these faces. Let's kind of slide them in. Pull it in a little bit. And like bring my shapes inwards. There we go. Let's do a bend deformer. I just bend this shape a little bit. Just subtly. Delete history. I like what it's doing. Sounds like I'm making a ram's horn there or something. Shrink it down just a little bit more. Yeah, I'm gonna have to close the gap in on this thing here too. So obviously like this guy's gonna have to get the same treatment as the other one over there. We'll just kind of slide on in. But I need to detach some more faces, some more edges here. Detach. It should control me a little bit more. I guess I'm still connected over here with something. Something's connected here on the inside that I need to get rid of. Maybe this guy. Detach. All right. I'm thinking there's something here. There's something going on. There we go. That took care of it. So now it's not selecting this stuff over here. And I can slide it on in and kind of tuck it. Do some little motions just to kind of get these shapes doing something. This is all just going to be suggestive. This is not like a real knot that I'm making. Right? These UVs are really bugging me right now. So before I get too crazy with this though, I'm actually going to grab this interior here and just like scale it in. I need to plug this hole up. I think I need to do like a soft select with that, just really, really slight. It's not really helping out enough. No, it's not helping. I've got too many things selected here too. I don't want these guys selected. Let's end all of this. Pull it in just a little bit. That'll be a good start for us, just like that. We'll try to even it out just a little bit more with this. But at least we're plugging holes here. Let's go with these guys coming in. Why isn't this coming along? There. Just bring that in a little bit more too. That. Okay, I grabbed too much with this one. This is too much. There we go. Just a little bit from there and a little bit from here. And I'll do one more extrusion in the middle there, but at least that's gonna, at least most of this is getting covered by one simple shape that I'm using here. And I'm glad that I duplicated this shape. This is working out a lot better than I thought it would. Let's fix those UVs. I need to see this thing. I need to see it. Because, yeah, we're scaling too much here. Just gonna bring this down to be like the right size. And this is a different shape over here, I guess, so I need to look for this one. There you are, buddy. See if I can match that up. Oh, I was really close, almost right there. Here we go. I wonder if I can snap some of these holes together actually. Let me see something here. I'm curious to see what would happen if I did this. Because there's a cool tool, the fill hole tool. It kind of gives you like a little bit, kind of gives you some shapes to use. So I'm gonna see if that works and like snaps my UVs together pretty good in a kind and loving manner. No, this thing didn't work. I snapped it together. It didn't like it though. See if it'll work. No, it's not working. Okay, that was worth a shot. There's just there's too much going on there. Like maybe if I delete this guy. No, then that becomes a pretty bad looking face there. Regardless, I don't really need these guys. And these guys are not really very visible either. Yeah. So I'm just gonna extrude this guy in. And I'm gonna have to unitize that shape again, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. There are, once again, they already are unitized. I just need to get rid of this edge loop here. Move and sew. Well, that's a weird one. It's kind of new. Not really sure what's going on there. Oh, I need to pick one of these guys to X out to here. Moving so, there we go. I turned this guy into a whole little shape guy there. Scale it down. Let's get it to be the right scale. I really don't want any of that dark in there. So I'm just gonna try to get rid of my dark corners like that. And I need to tile it less. And see, no, I still am tiling too much, or too little. Wait. That's not too bad, like that. I just gotta soften it. Soften the shape. You hope for the best sometimes. This is all you can get. These guys aren't too bad. I think I'm just gonna leave that one there like that. Let me scale this up a little bit too. Okay, that's what we got there. I don't know why I had the outliner up. That was unnecessary. Okay, so bucket is in place. Rope is attached. The arrangement's pretty fun. Maybe I'll shrink it down just a little bit more. And just rotate it a little bit too, because it is kind of at a weird angle. And you want this rope right here to kind of go through the middle of those, and that's going to imply that it's just kind of wrapped around that way. But yeah, you don't really need a big rope there. I mean, you could just assume that it's kind of glued in place. Maybe people did that. I don't know. I think that gets the job done though, and it seems like it's pulling on that slack pretty good. Who knows, man? I mean, you can get really creative with these guys. Like I can separate this guy out, grab everything again, and just detach it from the pail. And I could do something really fun, like we can hold the pivot over here and do like a rotation, like it's coming off of the hook. That's pretty cool, actually. I like that. That's fun. I'm having too much fun with this, guys. You gotta stop me. Yeah, I mean, my time's pretty much up here. So I'm just playing around with this stuff, I think. Just gonna do like a soft select here and kind of move these guys together. Freeze transforms. There. Just gonna kind of pull. I'm gonna kind of pull on it and give it a little bit of tension. I mean, in all honesty, this whole thing needs to get rotated around. Let me combine all this together now. Combine, delete history. Let me move my pivot over here because you want to get the weight, the weight kind of distributed on this thing. That's kind of what it's going to do, is probably something like that, where we have like a center point. I like it. I like it. I don't really know what's going to happen in here. I can just fill the hole, poke the face just to make sure it's not really an end gone. And I'm pretty sure the UVs take care of themselves with that. It's such a tiny little face though. If it shows up, we'll take care of it. Cool effect though, I like it. We're really building up story element as we're going along with this thing, and we're finding some cool things to do that are gonna make this seem pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. And that way, if I wanted to, I could put some water in this and kind of make it a different level. This is all turning into a fun project, and we get that opportunity to have some fun with this thing. Okay. Anything else? Anything else that I need to consider here before we cut off for the day? I do still want to put an interior of bricks in here, and I'm going to use the UVs of this thing, okay, or I'm going to use my baking UVs and probably put bricks along the top. Use up my space there. We'll squeeze some decals in here, and I mean this wall is pretty much going to be done by that point. I'll just have to work on the bucket textures and things. But I hope this was fun and educational so far. We're going to keep this thing going as long as we can go, and really have like a good story element to an environmental prop like this that's using a lot of tiling, a lot of trimming, but still getting some baking in there, okay? I still want to emphasize on the baking. If I get if I do my rebakes and stuff, this model's gonna take on the same information. So, I mean, this guy's my baking model. He's looking good. Now I can work with pose things, and whatever I do to that texture, it's still going to respond the same way as if I baked it nice and straight, okay?